taking a look at the first BNI Director presentation. This is a 10-minute presentation that's given during the Power Team Certified 10-week series at the chapter level. Each week for 10 weeks, the education coordinator for the chapter will be delivering a 3 to 5 minute message during the BNI chapter meeting agenda. At 2 points during that 10 weeks, the BNI director is going to come in for a 10 to 12 minute presentation. So this is the first of those 2 presentations for the director, and if possible, this should happen in the second week of the 10 weeks. Somewhere between weeks 2 and 5 for sure, as early as possible, and preferably as early as the second week. So what happens now is the BNI director comes in and is going to be reviewing some of the essential early information that the chapter members really need to know in order to progress along the system. So I'm going to just outline the key points real quickly, and then I'm going to deliver the material and just kind of give a quick train the trainer overview on how you, the trainer, the director, the BNI director consultant, can go into the chapter and deliver this presentation. So the key points that will be covered include a review of the 4 stages of Power Team development. I'm going to blow this up just a little bit. Reviewing the 4 stages of Power Team development, a real drill down on the 10 key question worksheet. Okay, this is your priority as the director, is really getting people into motion with their 10 key question worksheet. This is really the first work of the Power Team Certified program. It's the first thing that people typically drop the ball on. It's typically the first thing that falls through the cracks as people's intention kind of fizzles out when it comes to implementation and work. So your job as the director is to emphasize the importance of actually doing the 10 key question worksheet. And then finally, you're going to give a pep talk about building a power team, how that requires commitment and performance on the part of the chapter members if they want to get results. So that's the scope of what we're going to talk about. And now I'll just dive into the material as if I was the director. So I'll say, how's everybody doing? Let's see a show of hands. Who's excited about generating lots of referrals with power teams? Great. Now, everybody please open up your workbook to page 8. Did the I'm relevant exercise make sense? Did anyone have a challenge completing it? And if so, you'll take a question and give a quick answer. So let me just take a step back and talk about the timing. Obviously, the I'm relevant exercise has been finished at the chapter level. That's why you can do this as early as week 2. Okay, so everybody's done the I'm relevant exercise. If it can be done in week 2, now this was done earlier in the same meeting and can really have maximum effect. So anyway, if there's a question, you'll take the question and give a very quick answer. Then you'll wrap that up by saying, okay, great. Now, here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to review where your chapter stands in the 4 stages of Power Team development, and then we're going to take a quick look at the 10 key question worksheet together. Sound good? Okay. So now we're at the bottom of page 1 when you print out this PDF document. So let's start at the top, everybody. Open up your workbook to page 5. And here you'll see the 4 stages of Power Team development. Power Team Boot Camp, Bragging Buddies, Power Team Pioneers, and the Advanced Power Team. Okay, so now we go to the top of page 2. You'll ask the group, did you watch webinar number 2? Okay, do these 4 stages of Power Team development make sense? Does anybody have any questions? My guidance here is don't give long answers. Just refer people to the webinar or information in the workbook. Okay, but we will check in with people right here. And then you'll wrap up this section by saying, obviously, we're just starting out and we're now in the boot camp stage. So congratulations, everybody. Your Power Team journey has just begun. Okay, so a little further down the page on page 2, we start talking about boot camp. So here we go. Let's jump into your boot camp. Within the next 2 weeks, some of you will complete boot camp and advance to stage 2, promotional activity, as bragging buddies. Now, Everybody open up the workbook to page 9, and boot camp starts with the 10 key question worksheet that you see here in the workbook. The 10 key questions have been engineered to train your power team to give compelling testimonials. This series of 10 questions has 2 primary goals to help you. Number 1, describe your target market in a way that's easy for your power team to recognize and remember. Okay? We want to make it easy for your power team to recognize and remember your target market. Number 2, the second goal of the 10 key question worksheet is to describe your differentiated value, what makes you special, in a way that's easy for your power team to remember and repeat. So we're using the 10 key questions to train your power team on recognizing your prospects and giving compelling testimonials. So here's my guidance to you. You're going to review each question by asking different chapter members to quickly read each question and short explanation. Okay, so as you look at the workbook, you'll see that each question has a little bit of information under the question, a little bit of explanation on how to use this question and how to craft your answer. So this is where it's going to take some time as you go through the 10 questions and have different members read the question and explanation. After you've gone through the 10 questions, you'll follow up by this dialogue stating, webinar number 4 gives you step-by-step specifics on best practices as well as guidance on answering each question with a message your power team can repeat to give a compelling testimonial. I strongly recommend that you watch webinar number 4 and then write or type your answers on the worksheets so you can download from the website. Okay, and then we give them the URL for the website. And then you're going to finish by saying this. Going through the exercise of actually writing your answers is an important step in focusing and clarifying your message, and then in turn training your bragging buddy to repeat that message. Is this something that you can do? Yes? Okay. All right. So we're making it a point that they actually need to do the work and write out the answers to their 10 key questions. So here's your wrap up. Here's your close. Reality check. Now, if you've been keeping up with the webinars on the DVDs, you know the difference between a power team and a contact sphere. Does anybody remember? Okay. Mutual commitment and increased performance are the 2 factors that separate a power team which proactively and systematically generates an ongoing and abundant stream of referrals from a contact sphere that stumbles across the occasional referral by responding as a lucky order taker to someone who asks, do you know a good blank? In other words, commitment and performance will help you proactively and systematically create referrals rather than relying on stumbling across occasional referrals as being a lucky order taker. Okay, it's commitment and performance. So over the next several weeks, you're going to take steps towards pairing up into groups of 2 or 3 bragging buddies to start creating referrals. But here's the deal. To receive the full benefit of proactive, systematic promotion by the power teams that we're building together, you must complete the boot camp with the following commitment. Number 1, watch webinars number 4 and 5 and complete the 10 key question worksheet for yourself in the next 72 hours. Okay? You have 3 days to watch webinars 4 and 5 and complete the 10 key question worksheet. Then, with your 10 key questions answered, watch webinar number 6 to learn the agenda for getting together with your bragging buddy. And then finally, begin meeting at least once a week with your bragging buddy, following the agenda on page 14 of the roadmap workbook. Everybody open up to page 14 real quick. Do you see the agenda? That's what I want you to do. Finish the 10 key questions, watch webinars 4 and 5, then webinar number 6, and start getting together with your bragging buddy to follow the agenda on page 14. Sound good? Okay. I look forward to coming back in a few weeks to take your power teams to the next level. And with that, I turn the meeting back to our illustrious chapter president.